This is Mike from TabariOutpost.com. In this session of Photoshop Tips for Comic Book Art, I'm going to show you how to use the Diamond Gradient tool to add some interesting effects to your black and white comic book pages. Let's start by bringing up a fully inked black and white page. Now the Diamond Gradient's a little different than the other gradients. Where the other gradients add kind of a shadow, the Diamond Gradient adds basically a starburst pattern. So it kind of acts as its own light source. Now in previous gradient videos I've kind of shown you how to work in between the white background and black lines layer. And I've always created a layer in between here. But in this case I kind of want it to be on top. So I'm going to create a new layer. And I'm going to call it Sun, because basically we're going to use this top panel here to create kind of like a sun rising over the planet. So the next thing I want to do is define the area where I want my gradient to be. And basically it's going to be over this whole panel, except where these word balloons and this text is. So I'm going to use the subtract from selection and kind of get rid of this corner here. And then I'm going to use my polygonal lasso to subtract from selection and kind of just trace these word balloons and remove that section. Now to make the word balloons stand out, I kind of left a little line between them so that the black space wouldn't blend in to the edges of the word balloons. So it's actually a perfect area for me just to trace around. So there's that one, and then this last one here. It doesn't have to be exact because you can always erase if it goes over the lines. In fact, I don't think it's even going to stretch this far, so just to make this a little quicker, I will close that one. Okay, so now we've got a defined area. Basically, this whole panel will have the, kind of the sunburst. So the next thing I want to do is make sure I'm on my sun layer and go to my gradient tool here. And because this is a light source, it's going to be a sun rising. I'm going to change my color of my paint to white. So I'm using white and then making sure my edit tool is I select foreground to transparent because I want it to be light and fade to nothing. And then I select the Diamond Gradient tool here. Now if I were to check the reverse button, the center would be dark. But I want the center to be bright like the sun, so I'm not going to check it. But I'm going to select a point where my sun is basically going to be originating. So let's try it like right here. And then I'm going to drag that out. And again, the longer this line is, the more spread out the gradient will be. So let's let go of the left button on my mouse and see how that looks. So now it kind of looks like this bright sun or star is rising over the planet, and it's fading out everything. So that's basically how you add the Diamond Gradient tool. Thank you for watching this comic book Photoshop tutorial. For information on my ebook, How to Create and Publish Your Own Comic Book, for information on Spectre comics, or more Photoshop comic book video tips, visit TabariOutpost.com.